Hello, and welcome to the Quilting Life podcast. I'm Sherri McConnell from Quilting Life.
And I'm Chelsea from Chelsea Stratton Designs.
And this episode is airing on Monday, August 24th, 2026. We are happy to be here. I'm going to first send it over to Billy to talk about one of our sponsors, Cure Hydration, and then he's going to send it back to Chelsea to talk about the quilts.
Yep. So Cure is once again sponsoring our podcast this month. We're happy to have them on board. You've heard me talk about them before, but the great thing about Cure, and I've tried a lot of different hydration packets throughout the years, is that it's pretty simple. It's mostly just pink Himalayan salt, some coconut water. It's not added sugars into anything, and it really does the job of getting you started on the right foot each day. We've talked about some of the flavors. I got my mom's favorite flavor back here, the berry pomegranate that's in the house. My personal one is blood orange. And they also have a variety packs too if you just want to try multiple flavors the first time. So you can go to curehydration.com/aquiltinglife, and that gets you right into our 20% discount. You can also just get them on Amazon though. If you're an Amazon.com shopper, you can search for Cure. They have all the flavors on there as well. So you can find them right there on Amazon. But we're loving it. I've been using it when I go golfing. I use it when I take my dog to the park. My mom uses it when she does her morning walks. And hydration is very key. We're sort of very, very, very hot still here in southern Nevada, but summer is winding down a little bit, but it's also important to stay hydrated. So once again, curehydration.com/aquiltinglife for 20% off. Or if you just end up there, you can also use the code aquiltinglife when you check out. So thank you. We thank them for being a sponsor of our podcast. And now Chelsea's going to tell you about her quilts.
All right. I kind of have two different themes going on here, but bear with me. On the wall, we have All-American Remix, and this is a great skills builder quilt. It has 4 different blocks, so you have strips and some patchwork and 2 different types of stars. I have made this quilt twice, and then the original All-American I made 3 times, I think. But what's really cool is I do have kits available for this in my shop. It's limited, but I decided to do kits for it. I love it. I'd like to pop up a picture of the bundles that I made.
Okay.
And
Just
so we'll pop
send
that
it
up
over.
right now.
Yep.
So fat quarter friendly and really beginner friendly. It's awesome. On the table, we have Hello Fall, and with Birch and Willow shipping, I have been so excited that it's been shipping. This is also a fat quarter friendly quilt. And it has the pumpkins with the hearts in it and also the flying geese. This one's kind of been really popular right now, especially with Birch and Willow shipping. So I thought I would just share this one with you all. I was really excited to remake this in our Birch and Willow collection, and it turned out so cute.
Yeah, I love this one. We should probably also note that our Birch and Willow project packages, if you got one, they won't ship for about a month. We're waiting on some of the items.
Yes.
So really excited about those. But yeah,
But I don't know, do you have project packages left?
I don't.
I have some
A few
available.
left.
So
Okay.
we will link those.
We'll put
as
that in the
well.
description too.
So we have kits
Okay.
for All American Remix, and we have project packages for Birch and Willow.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been fun. The pre-cuts have already arrived,
Yeah.
but not yardage.
Yes.
So we can't cut the fabric for those packages until our yardage comes. But yeah, it was fun to get the pre-cuts. And I do have some fat quarter bundles, fat eighth bundles in my shop. So
I
yeah.
am so excited, though, because the pre-cuts showed up, and we have our retreat coming up soon.
Yes.
And so it got me really excited about getting the retreat's going to be really fun. The quilt is like to die for.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up too, because there were 2 people who had to cancel. So there are
Yeah.
2 openings. We'll put a link to that in the description. So yeah.
If you've been wanting to go, it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
And we are so sad that those people had to cancel, but there are 2 spots available.
2 spots.
Do you think they'll still be available Monday?
I don't
Well,
know.
I haven't put it on
No
my
one said
social
anything. Do you
media,
want to just leave it
Yeah.
for
so
this?
leave it in
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be
Yeah.
the first time you announce it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
get to hang out with us, and we have
Yes.
some fun goodies and things,
Yes,
and
some fun surprises.
yeah.
And also, I have to send your bags home with you. Diane sent
Yeah, the kit
the kit
bags.
bags. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We were discussing I haven't school started,
I know.
and so I'm just really, like, I don't even know my own name anymore. It's
Yeah. I haven't really seen Chelsea or Billy since I got back from England.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of which, do you have a couple things that you want to share that are
No,
from England?
these are well, yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
brought these for
okay.
Chelsea.
Mom just
so-
brought me
Oh,
gifts,
okay.
and they matched my Hello Fall quilt, so I left them on the table.
And you brought them there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they.
Yeah. A little bit of fabric from Liberty of London and the William Morris pattern and design book from the William Morris house.
Which is super cool for me. I don't even think, like, I'm actually not feeling well today, and so I hope my reaction was, like, really excited. But when I was a kid, I would have died to have this book.
Yeah.
It just was like, I always loved looking at kind of books like this, or my mom always had really educational books like science. I'm really into this stuff.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
You can
so.
just curl up on the couch and get lost
Yeah.
in
I'm probably
William
gonna
Morris.
have sticky notes, just like looking at like they'd make
Yeah.
such great wallpapers, you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Is it just a book full of
It's all
pattern
design.
Full of
designs,
his
or-
patterns and
His
designs.
patterns,
Yeah.
designs.
Mm.
It's so whimsical. I just flipped through it, but I can't wait to.
He was so ahead of his time, and his home was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
I
So-
wasn't prepared for that.
So when was he? I have no idea who he is.
Late 1800s. He actually did some work at the Victoria and Albert Museum. He actually was commissioned to design one of the rooms there, and but he was selling his patterns and designs, and he had a daughter that he's probably the most influential person in textiles, probably.
Okay. So for textile.
Yeah,
Okay.
from that period for sure.
Awesome. Well, as my mom said, she did just get home recently from her trip that we had mentioned in previous episodes. And we are going to dive more in depth with her trip in a future episode. Not today. We
Yeah.
have a guest. Not next week. We have a listener question episode, but probably the first episode in September.
Okay.
I think we're going to
Yeah.
take a good chunk of time, have my mom go over that. We can have pictures pop up at certain places where
Yeah.
if you want to describe where you were and what you were doing. So,
Yeah, that sounds great.
okay, well, with that, then I will jump into our listener quilt section. And this first one here, I thought I was saving it. I saw it, and then our guest today is Lynne Hagmeier, and I saw that this quilt was made in her fabric. So I'm like, oh, I'll save it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I looked, and I realized she might have thought it was lost. Hopefully, Carmen, that you're watching this to see that it made it. Because sometimes when emails are sent to my mom and then they're forwarded to me, they don't show that there's a file attached. So I don't know if it's a quilt picture.
Oh.
So she actually sent this to you in December.
Oh.
But I didn't get it until later, and then so I thought I got it in June, but it's like
Oh
even
my
an older. So anyways, it's
Wow.
so hopefully
Wow.
you didn't give up on that fact because I had no idea that it had been in there that long. So anyway, let's get into it. So she said,
We're sharing it now.
yes,
Yes.
it is now. I so enjoyed working my way through your 2025 Mystery Block of the Month program. I had a fat eighth bundle of Kansas Troubles fabric that I was hanging on to so that I could make a quilt for my sister. I was waiting for the right fat eighth pattern to come along, and this was the perfect project. I set my blocks a little different, but think it turned out great. I love your podcast and look forward to watching you, Chelsea, and Billy. And she sent us a picture of her finished quilt, and
Yeah, it's
today
gorgeous.
perfect
Yeah.
timing because
Perfect
today
timing.
we're
Perfect
going to have Lynne
timing.
on the podcast, so I
Love
wanted to
it.
save that
Yes.
for this episode. But just a real quick note, a Quilting Life podcast at gmail.com. If you send those to me, that they have better chance to get in the lineup
Yeah.
right away. So My mom does forward me them. Chelsea forwarded me one.
I did.
This week,
Were you proud of me?
Yeah.
I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
I definitely get more forwarded quilts from my mom than Chelsea, so.
We should put that email in the description every single time.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
It's in there.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's always in there. Quilting Life podcast.
Billy's like, it's there.
Okay.
Use it.
Okay.
And that's good for listener questions too.
Okay.
That helps it get in. If not, then we got to go searching for it. Okay, so thank you for that. The next one here, make sure I pull up the right one. Christmas in July. There we go. Okay.
I like it.
It's from Lisa. She says, "Hello, your podcast is such a joy. I love the recent episode with Lisa Vanderkam about making time to quilt. I just wanted to pop in and share a quilt that uses Sherri and Chelsea's favorite Things fabric line, in case it might be a fun inspiration for your audience." She said it would look equally gorgeous in poinsettia and pear, and I keep telling myself I need to make another one on that line. This quilt was actually featured on the cover of the December 23/January 24 issue of Quick Plus Easy quilt magazines. She says it's my Let Christmas Begin pattern, and she was being very humble about it, but I definitely wanted to share that. She didn't think we need to share that, but I just thought it might be a fun photo for anyone looking for a Christmas in July fabric inspiration. Thank you for everything you all put into the podcast and beyond. My commute is always made more fun on the days a new episode drops. Happy quilting, from Lisa.
Thank you.
I love that.
And congratulations getting that quilt on the cover.
Yeah.
Yes,
There,
that
too.
is awesome.
She said, "You don't have to share it," but I said, "Oh,
Of course,
I'm
you're
definitely
going
gonna
to share
Of
it.
course. Yes.
The last one here is from Tammy. Okay, there it is. My quilt is a Moda Blockhead 6. The fabric is from Sherri and Chelsea's Laguna Sunrise collection. I recently purchased a long arm, and this is my third large quilt I've quilted. It feels good to piece a quilt and then be able to finish the project. My binding is from the stripes from the collection. This is the first blockheads I've done. I'm hoping there will be a Moda Blockhead 7. I've been quilting for 40 years and was pleasantly surprised in how much I learned while watching the Moda videos while putting these blocks together. So that's good to know that
Yeah.
even quilting for 40 years, learning something from that.
Yeah. And there is a Moda Blockhead 7, and I believe it begins October 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
I'm going to
quick.
start working on my
Oh,
blocks.
wow.
Yes.
Okay. She said, "I enjoy watching your podcast. I love all your fabric collections that you have designed." And she said, "I think Billy and his wife should buy a long arm. You won't regret it." Thank you. That's from Tammy. And thank you, Tammy. And that's what we keep hearing. So might need to,
Yeah.
hopefully soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Also, I'm so excited that it starts October 7th because I want to use our new fabric.
Oh,
Just throwing that out
Yes.
there.
Mom, I was like, I don't even know what day we can share.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think it's around October 1st or something. Yeah.
she's more prepared than I am.
I don't know. So anyway, yeah.
Mom.
And then one other thing, since this is the first podcast that we've done since we've changed the quilt behind me.
Oh, yeah. I just
Yep.
noticed that.
And actually, Mom, I don't know if you saw it or not, but you know how you talked about it in one of your videos?
Yeah.
We did 2 intros to that video.
Oh.
I didn't use that one because I had put it in a different folder. And so I used the
Oh.
other. So if you just want to tell people here and then maybe another future video, you can do another thing about it. But
Yeah. Yeah. So this is Happy Go Lucky 2, and it's after I made the original Happy Go Lucky quilt, which was actually on the wall before this one.
mhm.
I wanted to make a more simple version that would also be great for beginners. And the other thing that's really fun about this quilt is that the big squares in the churn dash, you can substitute that with blocks. So if you have orphan blocks that you want to get rid, yes, right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and it also works great for some panels. I was actually teaching this class at the Garden of Quilts a couple years ago, and somebody used Vanessa Gertson's Halloween panels
Oh, my gosh.
and was putting them inside the middle of the churn dash, and it
So
was
cute.
darling. So
I love that pattern. And
Yeah.
I love that fabric collection.
yes, it was
Laguna
gorgeous.
was like one I was nervous about, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
Laguna Sunrise is.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, this is also Laguna Sunrise. Yeah. So Happy Go Lucky too.
All right. Well, do you want to introduce our guest today then and tell our audience a little bit about her before we jump into the
Yeah.
interview?
Yeah. Well, what can you say about Lynne? We met her our very first
Very
quilt
first quilt
market.
market.
She
I
was
love Lynne. I think
yes.
she is so much fun to talk to. I personally have learned a lot from her. She knows the business. She is an incredible designer and creator and just really savvy businesswoman.
Yeah. And we were so blessed. I think Moda did that on purpose. They put us right next to her and or was she on the other side of
She was
Jan?
on the other side
She
of
was on the other
Jan.
so it was like Lynn, then Jan, then us, then Deb Strain. So we were right in the middle of
Yeah.
3 of the most experienced Moda designers.
And that was such a
So,
fun market.
yes. So, yeah, we love Lynn, and it was really fun seeing her in Dallas for motivation because I hadn't seen her since before
Yeah.
COVID. So, yeah.
So we hope that you enjoy this interview.
Okay, as we mentioned in the introduction, I am really happy to be sitting here next to Lynne Hagmeier. Welcome to the Quilting Life podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
It's been forever since we've had a chance to chat.
it has, and I feel like it was before COVID, don't you think?
Yes, that was the last market I went to.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So it has been a little while.
yeah.
And we've had good times that we've gone to dinner with you and your husband. I'm going to start by saying that your fabric is the fabric that my husband loves. Out of all the Moda designers, whenever he went to market, he was like, "Why don't you make your pattern out of her fabric?" And I was like, "Bill, I don't have time to make. I got to just sew with my fabric, right?" But
Tell Bill I love him.
okay. I will. I will. And you have to tell Robert that Bill said hi.
Okay,
So,
yes, I will.
yes, but we're here to talk all about Lynn today. And I don't even think I might know how you got started quilting. And so, yeah, take us a little bit back and give us your story. And then we'll get to what you've got going on now. And
Okay. It kind of starts out a little sad. I was a social worker in my first life, went to college, got a social work degree. Very unexpectedly, my husband died when I was 28.
oh,
And I had 4 little kids at home. And of course, being a social worker in child protective services is such a high stress, not a 9 to 5 job. So I decided to move back closer to home and take a year off. Well, within about a month, I had stripped all the wallpaper, repainted rooms, done all the things and thought, I'm going to make every one of my kids a quilt. So I went to the local quilt shop and took a class and changed the pattern a little bit. It had a lot of templates. It was a red wagon quilt. So
okay.
everything was kind of quirky. It was a house quilt. And so I didn't do it exactly like the pattern. So when I took it back to the shop owner, she goes, "Oh, honey, you won't amount to anything as a quilter if you can't follow the instructions."
No. Oh, no.
And that just fortified me to find other patterns that I could tweak and
Yeah.
simplify. And so within a year, there were 3 of us making little quilts to sell at craft fairs, and I was drawing up the patterns to make the little quilts. And quilters would come to us and say, "Oh, but I want to do 3 of those for my kids," or, "Can I have the pattern?" And like an idiot, I would just say, "Sure."
Oh.
Pattern.
Oh.
And Robert, of course, is like, "What are you thinking? You could sell your ideas. You're making like 27 cents an hour binding quilts to sell.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?" So I did some checking, printed up some patterns. I had 15 patterns, stuck them in my car, and drove all over Kansas to all the quilt shops to sell them.
Oh,
And then the quilt shop owners are like, "Why are you doing this? Do you know you could go to market and then all the shop owners will come to you?"
to you.
And so went to market, checked it out, got a booth for the next one. Our second market, I did everything red, white, and blue. My birthday's the 5th of July, so I love anything.
Ah,
Love to do red, white, and blue. But Moda came by. We won a booth prize. And so Moda came by
ah,
and mentioned something about designing fabric. And at the time, I still had one partner. One had already left. And she's like, "Oh, no, we're not interested."
Oh,
And so I
was
thought,
it Cheryl or Mr. Dunn who came by back then? Or did you know who came by?
I wasn't
You
there.
weren't there. Okay.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
Of course, I had gone to the bathroom,
Right.
so missed the opportunity. So she's telling me those Moda people want us to do fabric. I about ran in the ditch. It's just like,
Yes.
and I didn't have any aspirations at that point. I felt like I was just trying to keep my head above water, getting everything ready to go to market twice a year and
Right.
figuring out, how do you write a pattern so everybody can read the pattern,
Right.
little things like that. So I didn't pursue it at all. Well, then she decided she had a real job too and didn't care about going to market. So I ended up then going on my own. And so I think it was the next market, Cheryl did come by and she's like, "Well, we haven't heard anything from you." I'm like, "I didn't know you were serious." She said, "No, we really want to see what your look could do for Moda." Well, I was so intimidated because I had seen people like Deb Strain who paints her fabric.
Yes.
I mean, talk about intimidation.
Ugh,
Just so perfect. And so I thought, okay, I have antique quilts. I'll go home and copy some prints from some antique quilts and throw it together. So I actually used paint chips and had these little swatches of antique quilts. It was a mess. I have seen the beautiful presentation some people do when they send their line into Moda.
uh-huh.
Mine is a hot mess.
Oh, well,
But
that makes me feel good because ours looked like a 6th grade art
yes,
project.
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
We
very similar, very
okay.
similar. So I just had it in this folder with all these little arrows and change this color to this. And I want this blue and white little uh, calico to be a multicolor. I didn't even know if they could do any of that,
Right.
but I wanted to see Cheryl's face
Right.
when she opened that. So I
Right.
drove to Dallas
Oh.
and put it out on her desk. And she's like, "Yeah, we can work with this."
Oh.
So that was 98. Stitches on the Oregon Trail showed fall of 99
Okay.
and shipped in 2000. So depending on what date you go by, it's been over 26 years
Yeah.
and
Wow.
89 fabric lines or something insane like that.
89. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. We're
Yeah.
like at 27 or 20. Wow, that's amazing.
It's the best job I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah.
I really didn't know. I thought this pattern thing would just be, I could stay home
Yeah.
while my kids were in school and still work around all of that. But I really expected to go back to being a social worker eventually. And it's like, no way, I'm not turning back. This is too fun. Because
Yeah.
before I quilted, I did cross stitch, I did tote painting, I did macrame, I did all the crafty things.
Right.
But man, this hits the spot. This is the sweet spot
Yeah.
in creativity and satisfaction.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so when did the wait, well, first of all, did you always have the name Kansas Troubles? And then also, when did the shop come about?
Kansas Troubles is a
Okay.
quilt block. So when the three of
Right.
us were making little quilts, there's
Okay.
an event called the River Festival in Salina, and we had to have a name. They
Okay.
invited us to come demo quilting. Well, I think they thought we were going to be sitting in rocking chairs quilting
Right.
because there was no electricity.
Oh,
So we really didn't know what we were going to do.
right.
So, it was kind of like teaching a class. I just had some step outs blocks. It's like, "Oh, you put all these blocks together and you get this quilt. You want to buy it?"
Right.
That kind of thing.
Yes.
But we had to have a name. And all three of us are multi-generational Kansans.
Okay.
Our families had homesteaded in Kansas. So we go to Barbara Brackman's Encyclopedia of Quilt Blocks to try to find a name with Kansas in it.
Oh,
And her company was Kansas Sunflower Co-op, so we couldn't use that.
right.
Couldn't use sunflower. And Kansas Dugout. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the husbands always called us Triple Trouble. So that's kind of where that
Oh,
all came from. And I didn't ever see it, Kansas Troubles, as a negative.
right.
But I've had shops go, why would you pick such a negative name?
Oh,
And to me, it doesn't even, I don't even go there.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I love it so much. I have the tattoo.
Of the Kansas Troubles
Yes.
quilt.
Okay, so that's what the Kansas
This is what
Troubles
the
Yes.
block
looks
is.
like.
Okay.
Yes.
That
Mhm.
was
I
confused.
love
So it's
that.
kind of that tornado
Uh-huh.
looking. It was created by some very industrious quilter, according to Barbara Brackman, during the Civil War era when Kansas
Oh.
and Missouri were fighting over slavery.
Okay.
And so it was a
Hmm.
protest
Oh, okay.
block, which I can relate to. I really like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Awesome.
some woman was trying to stand her ground and say her piece through quilting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people still do.
Yes, they do.
So I
Wow.
would say that's a positive
It,
name
well,
to that.
Exactly.
Not negative.
thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Yes. Yeah. I love that. And so then when did you decide to create this destination quilt shop?
Well, we were outgrowing my house. I
Okay.
mean, you know,
Oh, yeah.
all of the fabric and
Yes.
the pattern, and you have to store so much stuff.
Yes.
So my dad had just retired. He'd owned a lumberyard for 35 years. And so he's having coffee in downtown Bennington, Kansas, where they still lived, and I was born and raised. We lived about 10, 12 miles away. The last kid had graduated from high school.
Okay.
And so it's like, okay, I'm going to jump off this cliff and really commit and buy at least warehouse space.
Right.
But he came across the old pool hall was for sale
Hmm.
and big 2-story brick building, tons of square footage. So we just bought it as my studio,
Oh,
basically,
okay.
and
Okay.
storage.
Okay.
So Robert was going to run Kansas Troubles out of the back end, any of the online or at that time, mostly wholesale and distributor orders. Then
Okay.
he could do shipping out of it. But then I would have a place to store all my stuff. And so, well, I moved all my sewing stuff 10 miles away.
Right.
He's working weird hours as a pharmacy tech at Dillon's, sometimes evenings and nights. And so I would go up and sew and just not go home. I had a bed there.
Right.
So he's like, okay, something's got to give here. So he sold the house
Okay.
and we moved to Bennington and we started doing these retreats because upstairs is this huge space. And so ladies would come and spend the weekend and we'd feed them and I would teach a little class. We did about 20 of those a year for 7 years.
Wow.
It was a lot.
That's, yeah.
Other than holidays and birthdays.
More than
and,
one a month.
It was a lot. So we kind of backed up. Well, we actually lived in a little studio apartment in the back of that building for those 7 years.
Wow.
Because we didn't have time. We were going to build a house. Didn't have time.
Right.
So when one of our employees left that had done all the cooking and then the only high school kid in Bennington who would come and clean. Kids just don't want to work anymore. It's
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah.
But it just kind of gradually got to the point where we couldn't handle it by ourselves. And the city was questioning us having so many people there feeding them because I did not have a commercial kitchen.
Right.
So that the more they knew, the less they liked it. So we had kind of kept it under wraps for a while. But so we thought, okay, natural progression. Let's just do a couple of big retreats a year. So we started doing that. And I started traveling and teaching more too.
Okay.
So yeah, I love, working at home.
Yeah.
You don't see the people that you're creating for.
Right.
And so getting out like an event like this or just going to a quilt shop or a guild and hanging out, I come back so fired up.
Yes.
I love it. And all they have to do is say, oh, you remember da-da-da-da-da that you did. And it just sparks 3 more ideas.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love what you said too. There's a woman here that she had shoes in my fabric and pajama pants and a vest. And I'm just like, this is so exciting because, yeah,
Shoes?
the whole thing. We might have to pop up that picture if we get one. Yeah.
It's insane.
Were there shoes
Yes.
here or the
Yeah, the
other
shoes are
event?
here.
Oh, there's shoes here too. Okay,
Yeah.
because she showed a picture of shoes in
From
the
another
past
event.
event
Yeah.
she
Oh
went
my
to too.
Yeah, they have
gosh.
these shoe kits where you can make
Oh,
the
I've
shoes
seen
yourself.
the tops of tennis shoes.
The tops of
Yeah.
tennis
Yeah.
shoes, and you put the fabric, and yeah, it does inspire you.
It
So,
does. It's
yeah.
just, yeah, you don't understand how many lives you touch
Mhm.
that really appreciate what you're doing. And
Yeah.
it's nice to hear that in
Yes.
person, other than from my husband, who,
Right.
of course, has to say that.
Right.
He better.
I know. I know, because sometimes I'm like, "Do you like this new group?" "Yeah, it's fine. It's good." But, like, that's not the same as somebody who purchases it and sews with it.
Well, Robert runs the store, and he really is my final edit before I send in a line,
Uh-huh.
because he knows what sells in the store and what
Oh.
people comment about. And he's partially colorblind.
Oh.
Oh wow.
So he can pick out the ones that just really stick out. It's like, are you really only going to have one of that shade of gold? It's just really sticking out.
Oh, that's
He
good.
sees that kind of stuff. So,
Oh.
yeah, he's more valuable than I would ever tell him.
Yeah. He's
But I don't know how many times I've had a quilt on a flannel board on my design wall, and he'll come in and go, "Are you going to turn that one?"
Oh, really?
Oh, dang.
Oh, that is so good. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we are in it up to our eyeballs.
And so, say the name of the town again or city. Bennington, Kansas.
Kansas.
And where would that be in relation to a bigger city in Kansas?
Salina, Kansas is the closest. It's about 12 miles away. It's at the
Okay.
intersection of I-35 and I-70,
Oh,
right in the middle of Kansas.
okay.
So Kansas City is about 2.5 hours east,
Okay.
and the Colorado border is about 3 hours west.
Okay. Yeah, so you're right in the middle.
Pretty
Okay.
much right in the middle. Yeah, we get a lot of people. So fun when a lot of grandparents out traveling, and they're coming from Ohio or
Mhm.
Wisconsin or something. They have grandkids in Colorado or places west. I say, "Yeah, you were right on the way."
Yeah.
And their husband's like, "We had to spend an extra night because you were 2.5 hours out of the way." But,
Oh,
going that
okay.
far,
Yeah, I guess
you
it's
might
not
have
pretty close.
that
Yeah.
far out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we love seeing ladies that go to that much trouble to stop by the
Oh,
store.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to interrupt this conversation with Lynne for a second. And I'm also going to tell you today about our other sponsor, which again, of course, is Cozy Earth. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we are sort of winding down, or most of the country is winding down the summer season. We really enjoy using the Cozy Earth products, especially the sheets, and during our hot summer months. And even though it is still hot here, I know a lot of other places it might start be dropping down a little bit. So, but the good thing about their products, especially those sheets, is that they are temperature regulating. So those sheets that are made from viscose, from bamboo, they do help keep you cool in the summer months, but they also can help you stay warm during the winter months. But also, I have a pair of sheets that are made out of cotton that in the wintertime, we usually transition to those as well. Very comfortable, very cozy, meeting the description of this brand. So with that, you always got to remember when you buy the sheets from them, there's a risk-free purchase. Everything comes with a 10-year warranty, and you have a 100-night sleep trial, so that if you don't that sleep that you're looking for, you can send them back for a full refund. We have a special Labor Day sale going on right now. Cozy Earth's Labor Day sale is happening now through September 8th. So head to cozyearth.com and use our code A Quilting Life for an exclusive 30% off. That's code A Quilting Life for 30% off of the biggest savings of the season. And if you see a post-purchase survey, mention that you heard about Cozy Earth right here. And we will have a link in our description that you can go to cozyearth.com, use our code again, A Quilting Life, for that 30% off. So with that, we'll jump back to our interview and conversation with Lynne.
Yeah. And I don't know if what you want to talk about, what's going on now, or your latest collection, or anything like that you want to.
Well, the fabric collection of the week is
Right.
Cardinal's Nest.
Okay.
It does not ship till next March.
Well, okay.
It's really new.
Okay.
Quail Run just hit. Flannel season is coming next month.
Okay. In stores.
Yes.
Okay.
2 stores.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Somebody says, what's new? And I have to stop and think, what am I doing new? What
Right.
is Moda doing new? You know,
Right.
there's so many deadlines for.
Yes.
And that would be July
Yes.
because we've been
Oh,
doing so
yes.
many episodes. This might come out in July.
Yes.
This when we air this.
Flannel
So,
season comes out in July.
okay.
Perfect.
I have a fun, big chunky pieces, pumpkin and leaf, just 2 huge pumpkins, 2 big leaves. It's almost a queen size quilt,
Oh.
doing a quilt along.
Oh, fun.
So people can join that.
And will that be through your blog or your Facebook or how will they join that?
I have a Facebook page
Okay.
that they can join, and then
Okay.
they can call the store if they want the kit.
Okay.
Oh.
So then in the fall, we have what we call our classic Kansas Troubles lines. I do at least one of those a year that has the 40 SKUs with the whole range of the colors. That's just kind of what shops keep on their shelves
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Because a line like this is not, it'll blend into
Right.
those, but it's more what I call my short specialty lines because there
Okay.
aren't 40 prints.
Right.
So then in the fall, Honeysuckle Farm is coming out. It will hit
It will
stores
hit
in
stores.
October.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the next one, February, March next year.
Okay. Wow.
So it's been really fun to see the ladies' reaction. We did Bluebird's Nest and Blackbird's Nest. So this is Cardinal's Nest.
Oh, so they're more just these
color.
two color collections.
Which is just in the
Nice.
last 2.5 years is the first I've done
Right.
just
Oh,
2 colors.
that's a great idea.
So I'm tickled that they have gone over so well.
Yeah. And then it blends in with your
It
group that you
does.
do every
can,
fall.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
You
that.
can just put it right with it.
I love that.
Well, and right after this, next summer is a vintage Christmas too. And so
Oh,
this will blend great into the Christmas
that
line.
as well and
Yeah.
the regular line.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really thinking ahead. I love that.
Are you teaching this quilt here up on the wall? Is that what you're teaching here at Motivation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very well received. I was tickled. The ladies, it's nothing but 2.5 by 4.5 and 2.5 inch square. It's very simple cutting and all connecting corners. There are no templates. It's super easy. There were people that initially looked at it and like, oh, I can't do those diamonds. I'm like, I'm allergic to diamonds.
Oh.
I don't do anything difficult. So, if you see one of my patterns, you can do it.
Uh-huh.
Advanced beginner is about as difficult as I do.
But I love how you've mixed in the low volumes in there too.
Mhm.
That's Billy's probably sick of me saying how much I love low volumes, but I just think it adds so much and that secondary.
Kind of texture and it
Yes.
just keeps your eye moving.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great quilt.
What is the
What
name
is the
of
name
this?
of this pattern?
Yeah.
A cardinal star.
Cardinal
Cardinal
Star.
Star. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
How
it.
do you name everything?
Oh, it's hard. And I can't even imagine. I mean, because do you have 500 patterns probably or more?
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just named something that had been a thing that we had done 25 years ago.
Oh.
But thank goodness Moda didn't have it anymore.
Oh,
They're
right.
not carrying it. So I could
So
use
you
the
could
name
use
again.
the name again.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, they want us to name the colors.
Yes.
And nobody sees that but the shop owners.
Right.
And I don't think they care if
Yeah.
it's barn red or, what color red it
Right.
is. And then you have to name the patterns and the fabric and
Yeah.
the print.
Yeah.
The print has to have a name.
Yes. I
So-
know.
And I
It's-
reuse the same ones over and over. And thank goodness Jamie hasn't given me any grief about that.
Oh.
But it's like, oh, that's Tiny Buds.
Yeah.
I think I've used that a million times.
Yeah.
Scattered leaves.
I'm really blessed. Chelsea usually names the prints for.
Well, see, I need a person.
She used to call me with every collection. Okay. And then I think it just became easier for her not even to call me, just to because sometimes I look at it and I'm like, why did she name it that? But but then I don't want to complain because she's doing it.
And you don't want to do it.
And I don't want to
deal
do
with
it
it.
either.
Yeah.
I have a hard enough time coming up with pattern names.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So sometimes I'll have this working generic name for something while I'm trying to think of something better. And yeah, it's
There are times I think I should have been as smart as Lisa Bonjean and everything ended in gathering.
yes, yes. I know.
I was like, why didn't we all just pick a word?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes.
That was genius marketing.
Yeah. She never has to think about what to name anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Well, and then I guess to put more of a timeline, you said 25 years ago. Is that when it started then for you? Or was it longer than that with Moda?
Oh, so I guess technically I was on board with Moda in 1998.
Okay. So
And
yeah,
then, but the first,
28 years almost.
yeah, then because it takes, almost a year
Mhm.
to get things in the works. And so I went to market in the fall of 1999 with Moda for the first time,
Okay.
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 but the fabric didn't ship until March.
Okay.
So to a regular quilter, my first line came out in 2000.
In
That's the
2000.
first they would have
Okay.
ever seen me.
But the ball
I've
was
actually-
rolling.
yeah.
Well, before
And
that.
so I go to market, it's my first line, and Cheryl comes by and go, do you have something else for us? We need to have, I didn't have anything. I
Oh.
was waiting to see how that sold.
Mm.
I didn't understand all of the timelines and the cog, how that worked.
Yeah.
So then I had to really hustle because the next year I only had, I had one the first year, two the next year, and then I've been doing 3 since.
Okay.
you
That's
do
what I was
3
that's what I
every
was
year.
gonna
Oh.
ask, because when you said all the different collections that were coming out, I was thinking of, do you do three a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
and the 89, that is the last one I've sent in. So it's not even going to hit till 27.
Okay.
Okay.
So technically,
Mhm.
there aren't 89 out there now,
Okay.
Right.
But there will be.
but it's in the
Mhm.
80s. Yeah.
It's in the
Wow.
Because I just happened to write that the other day by the one that I sent in and thought, holy cow.
yeah.
Do I get a
that's-
prize after 100?
Exactly. I feel like you should.
Like, Mark should give me a
Definitely.
new car.
Yes. Yes. I like
But-
that idea.
Think of Deb Strain doing 4 a year.
Yes. I know.
That's
and
a lot.
painting all of it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
On top of that.
Yeah.
And then before we started recording, if we could put any type of rumors through us, but you're no plans of stopping anytime soon. Is
Nope.
what we heard. Okay.
No,
Okay.
Robert and I are in a transition phase. We're calling it a transition. I'm not going to quit designing, but we really have considered going just online instead of a brick and mortar store because we have grandkids scattered everywhere. We're missing stuff
Right.
and would like to travel more before my other hip goes out. Little things.
Yeah.
Well, we still can.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
want to be, and we're so tied down.
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Are those the days the store is open?
Yeah.
Just those
We're
3
on-
days.
Yeah, we've cut back from 5 days to 4 days.
Okay.
3
To
days.
3. Okay.
But it's so hard to find help in our little bitty town, a knowledgeable quilter. And the lady that we do have, Joy Johnson, she is amazing. She pieces for me. She quilts for me.
Oh.
But she seems to think that she needs to go stay at her retirement house in Arizona.
Right.
And it's like, what the heck? You can't just leave. But I think she's kind of getting ready to retire just to sew all the time. So then I am going to be over a barrel.
Yeah.
So it's time, but it's going to be, it would also allow us to travel more and
Right.
visit guilds because Robert won't be tied down.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see
Yeah.
over
So
the next couple of years. It isn't going to change the fabric at all.
yeah.
I am, how do you decide how many projects you're going to do for each line?
Oh, now that's a big question because I have heard designers say, well, I just do 4 because I sell more patterns that way. But I always do 5 and Chelsea does 5.
Oh my.
So I kind of think that like 10 patterns is fine. So I don't know, how many do you do?
I used to do 4 or 5.
Okay.
And I told myself, I'm only going to do 2 per line now. I'm only going to
Oh.
do 2 per
Oh.
line. Well, I said that a year ago, and there's 4 for Cardinals.
See,
So
yeah,
I'm trying to anticipate if I have no help piecing,
right,
how much do I want to do on my own?
right.
So it's just so hard because, like I was saying, you make one and you go, ooh, but wouldn't that be cute if I did this?
Yes. The next version of that.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, and remember that quilt from 20 years ago that didn't turn out just the way I wanted it to? Now I have an opportunity to redo it in red and white. And
Yes.
yeah, so that's my problem.
I know, that's my problem too. And this time I was for the collection that we're showing in September, I was just gonna do 4 patterns, but then the same thing, "Oh, I need to bring back this pattern from 10 years ago. This is perfect timing. It's the 10th anniversary, and it's gonna be great in these colors." And y same thing.
Yeah.
Then now I've got 5 patterns, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, I have
yeah.
always envied that you get to work with your daughter because
Oh.
my daughter is all thumbs. She is
Oh.
not creative at all, doesn't care to be. And like she said, and my mom doesn't quilt. She sewed and taught me how to sew. But both of them were sitting there one day and they're like, we don't have to quilt. We get ours free.
Yeah.
It's like, darn, I should have not just given them.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
hear people say, oh, my mom does all my binding.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
do all
that's what
Chelsea's.
Chelsea would say.
Yeah, I do that for her. You know, we trade off. She does some things, and then I'll pay her back by doing.
Yeah.
Last time I made one of her quilts too, so,
Just
um
just having the other brain to rub against.
yes. Yeah.
The creative process, because there are
Yes.
times, again, deadlines. I'll send something in, and then before the line ever hits the stores, I think, shoot, if somebody else had seen that, maybe I would have tweaked that,
Right.
but
Yeah.
the
No,
input is
it
invaluable. And
is.
Robert's okay, but he's still not a quilter
Yeah.
and not a designer. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, in fact, I had a pattern with this group that, we just barely showed midsummer, and it was just a really simple thing, where I moved this background strip. And I sent it to Chelsea last minute. "Do you think I should move this from the bottom to the top?" And she said, "100% yes." And it was a little tweak to the pattern, but I'm so glad it made all the difference. So,
well, too, don't you find on the computer, even as you're computer generating your quilts, it looks different than on the front of a pattern this big.
yes. Yeah.
And it took me years to wrap my head around that.
Yes.
And, when I first started, it was on paper. They
Oh.
did not have fabric strike off, so we had no quilt to take to market.
Oh.
Yeah. It was,
Oh.
I mean, we get fabric maybe 6 weeks before.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
If we were lucky. I mean, there was one time I got fabric 2 weeks before market
Oh.
and just about had the come aparts.
Yeah.
It it's interesting the scale, how different it can look. Because anytime I do a guild program, we will sell tons more patterns because they see the actual quilt.
The actual quilt. Yeah.
And then they can have that image in their head.
Yeah.
But just buying a whole kit from, 6-inch square or whatever, 5 by
Right.
7. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, amazing. I remember I don't know where I was, and you were there as well. It might have been the Motivation Martingale, the Moda Martingale retreat.
Yes.
Yes, and I remember you had these pamphlets with all of your patterns, and when you were doing your trunk show, everyone could mark off
Our
what they.
wish list.
Yes, that was genius, and I was just like, I mean, that's what finally got me to start taking little catalogs to market with other patterns besides the one in my booth.
Right.
So, yeah.
You gotta I mean, really, most of us that are quilters are old school.
Yeah.
We want that piece of paper
Yes.
to refer to.
Yes.
And you want the pictures and so many people, they were asking, well, where is it on your website? And I go to my phone to look at my own website and I can't find anything. I hate it.
Yeah.
If I had to have had 50,000 followers on social media to be a Moda designer, I'd be a social worker.
Yeah. I know. I feel like it's tough these days. Yeah.
And time consuming.
Yes. Yeah.
Even just doing your podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You have to block off time for that and
Yeah.
plan
Oh, yeah.
so far ahead. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of working parts to that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he usually comes, he lives about an hour and a half away from the town where Chelsea and I are. And he usually comes out twice a month, and we try to do all the filming in those 2 days.
Oh,
But
my.
sometimes it has to
Just
be
depends.
more. But like this month, Chelsea's like, I got 3 days for you. That's it.
Yeah.
Like she's so busy this
Yeah.
month with her kids. So yeah, next Thursday, I guess,
Yep.
is
We're
is
gonna
the
s-
day. So
But that's why this event's been so good, because we get to talk to so many of
yeah.
you guys, and it's going to help us out.
And this
Appreciate it.
is so great to have these conversations in person too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I could have emailed and done this by Zoom, but this is so much better.
It
Yeah.
worked out great.
Yeah. We appreciate you being on here, and we'll have everything linked.
And before we wrap up, do you want to say where everyone can find you if they don't know where to find you already? Like website or...
Our website is ktquilts.com
Okay.
for Kansas Troubles. Email is my name, Lynne, Lynne, at ktquilts.com.
Okay.
But if you Google Kansas Troubles Quilters, all of that comes up.
Oh, gotcha.
Instagram,
Okay.
Facebook,
Oh, Instagram,
everything
Facebook.
does. Yeah, we're right at the top of the Google search for
Okay.
Kansas
Okay.
Troubles.
So-
So
Awesome.
Can't
don't
miss-
just put
can't
in
miss her.
troubles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kansas Troubles.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much. This has been awesome. And
Oh, it was just fun to visit and
yes,
catch up with you.
catch up. Yes.
Okay, we hope that you enjoyed that awesome interview with Lynne. We just love and adore her, and she is awesome.
I really appreciate her sense of humor, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has a very...
It's sometimes dry, but
Yes.
so good.
That's what I
Yes.
appreciate about it.
Yes.
Our next podcast episode is going to be Monday, August 31st, and it is a podcast listener questions episode.
Yeah, and that is next Monday, so we will see you then. Thanks so much for stopping by.